Let me ask you a simple question. Why is it that some people work their entire lives, yet they never become rich? But at the same time, there are people whose wealth keeps growing every single year, even when they are sleeping, even when the economy crashes, even when millions of people struggle financially. So what is the secret? Is it luck? Is it intelligence? Or do rich people simply understand something about money that most people don't? Today we're going to break down how money actually works and why the rich keep getting richer. Most people grow up learning one simple rule: study hard, get a good job, work hard, save money. And yes, this can help you survive, but it rarely makes people wealthy. Why? Because most people are trading time for money. You work 8 hours, you get paid. If you stop working, the money stops too. This is the biggest trap of the modern financial system. Your income depends on your time, but rich people play a completely different game. There is a famous quote from investor Warren Buffett. He once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." And this sentence explains the difference between the rich and everyone else. Rich people focus on assets. Assets are things that make money for you. For example, businesses, investments, real estate, stocks. These things can generate income even when you are not working. Think about Bill Gates. When he started Microsoft in the 1970s, he wasn't the richest person in the world. In fact, at that time he was just a young programmer who believed computers would change the future. But here's the important part. Bill Gates didn't just work for a salary. He focused on ownership. He owned a big part of Microsoft. As Microsoft became one of the biggest tech companies in the world, the value of the company increased. And because Gates owned shares in the company, his wealth kept growing automatically. Even when he wasn't coding anymore, even when he stepped away from daily work, his assets were still generating wealth. This is the real secret behind how money works. Rich people focus less on working more hours and more on owning things that grow in value. Now let's explain a very powerful concept: assets versus liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. For example, assets might include rental property, stocks, businesses. Liabilities might include expensive cars, luxury items, things that constantly cost money. The problem is, many people spend their income buying liabilities, but wealthy people focus on buying assets first. Let's talk about another real example. Jeff Bezos. When he started Amazon in 1994, it was just an online bookstore. Most people thought the idea was strange. But as Amazon grew, the value of the company exploded. And because Bezos owned a large share of the company, his wealth grew along with it. Today, Amazon is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And that's how wealth multiplies through ownership. Now here's where the system becomes interesting. Most people earn money, then spend it on lifestyle upgrades. Better car, bigger house, more expensive gadgets. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying life. But if someone spends all their income, they never build assets, which means their wealth never truly grows. Meanwhile, wealthy individuals continue buying assets that produce more income. So over time, the gap between rich and poor becomes larger. There is another powerful force in money. It's called compounding. Compounding means money generating more money over time. Let's say someone invests money into stocks. If the investment grows every year, the growth starts building on top of previous growth. This creates a snowball effect. And this is exactly how many long-term investors become wealthy. This is also why many experts call compound interest the most powerful force in finance. The secret pattern is very simple. Rich people focus on ownership. Ownership of companies, ideas, investments, assets, because ownership allows wealth to grow exponentially. Meanwhile, people who rely only on salaries grow linearly. And exponential growth always wins in the long run. So what is the real lesson here? It's not about becoming a billionaire. It's about understanding how money actually works. Money grows faster when it is connected to assets, investments, and ownership, not just hours worked. Once someone understands this system, they stop thinking only about earning money. They start thinking about building assets. And that small mindset shift can completely change a person's financial future. If this video helped you understand how money really works, then you're already ahead of millions of people. Because most people spend their entire lives working for money, without ever learning how money works. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about money, economics, and how the financial system really works, make sure to subscribe to the channel. and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.